Well, good evening. Happy Monday evening to all of you. I'm delighted, Sharon. I'm Sharon Rankin, and I'm so pleased to welcome you to our Monday night Mission Possible call. We do this every single Monday night, and I will tell you that it always makes me happy to see your smiling faces. I know our leaders agree with that. And your choice to be here says so very, very much. So I thank you for being here. Your choice says that your business and this mission of inspiring healthy living is important, and it is important to stay connected. And our purpose is to keep our focus on this mission of really, it's a life-changing mission of inspiring healthy living. And the Mission Possible team's mission is a growing team of inspired individuals, ambassadors for change, dedicated to creating a healthier, more prosperous life for as many as possible right now, and certainly for future generations. And I hope you know that each time we come together, these calls are designed really for each of you in mind to create an environment, a consistent environment to grow and fuel your business. So I am a 30. If I haven't had a chance to meet you and you're just dialing in, I don't know that I see many new faces, but if I haven't had a chance to meet you, I'm a 35-year veteran with the Juice Plus community. I started out as a broke stay-at-home mom looking to earn an extra $500 a month, and it turned into a sustainable income. And now I consider myself a very blessed and grateful, rich, getabout grandmother, and oh, the places that we will go because of that. So tonight, what we are doing is we want to continue to share the news and the updates from our most recent Juice Plus Live in Austin. A little over a week ago that we were there. And so we're excited to share with you, give you a few additional updates in what we're doing. And so I'm going to start off with our newest product update. We got so excited. I don't think I knew that that was coming. I don't know where my head was. But when we walked into that conference resource center, oh my goodness, the Tower Garden home blew our socks off. So I'm going to ask our resident guru of all things Tower Garden to come in and share with us, Mona Hitch, sales coordinator. So welcome, Mona.
But it is the most exciting thing is the Tower Garden home. It is designed for the home. Let's think about this as the new appliance, like a refrigerator, like a dishwasher, like anything else. Think about it as a new appliance because it really is. And when you can set this right in your table, right next to your table, and be able to walk over and cut herbs and things. So our themes are a couple of different things. Let's talk about a salad garden. We've got to think about the families. What do you like? And where do you want to go? Chefs more like herbs, things like that. But we have the salad bar, creating a salad bar, creating a herb garden or herb bar, and a juicing garden. So we can do all of these different things and just be able to walk over, cut and grow. This is really, really beautiful. Some of the things that the Tower Garden Home versus the Tower Garden Flex, I want to kind of point these out. The home is truly designed for the home. It comes with lights, camera, action, everything, y'all. I mean, they have included the freight, installment payments, everything is included in there, and I'll talk about pricing in just a minute, versus what we call the Tower Garden Flex. And the Flex is the Tower Gardens that we currently have, but they're so flexible that we can grow them indoor and outdoors, bring them in and out of schools, bring them in and out of houses, homes, and etc. Difference being that the Tower Garden Home is very slimline, like we always want to think about us being slimline, right? So they're 24 inches in the base versus the 30 as the other ones. But check this out. They're only 5 feet tall, but they can mightily plant 32 plants in there. So isn't that cool? 5 feet tall, and we can plant 32 plants in there. So it basically has 16 regular holes and then 16 microgreens, which is really, really nice. No need for the support cage. If you already have a Tower Garden lights, the LEDs, you can still use the same LEDs. We as people, as representatives, or somebody currently that has them, can order the Tower Garden Home at $670 because we already have our lights to put on there. This is really, really neat because it's all inclusive. When we go out November 1, it's all inclusive. I have in the past always told everybody lights, camera, action, wheels, everything, sold it out the door as a package price. The company has done this for us. So it's $970 that's out the door with someone new that has everything that you need. It is the new appliance, okay? That includes the freight. It includes the installment payments. You know, we had the $18 a month or $18 installment payment fee up front. Everything is ready to go out the door with the exception of taxes. And there's no way we can do that. The Tower Garden Flex is gone up just a little bit, but when you think about it, the Flex was, or let's go Tower Garden currently today was $525. Then you had to add the shipping, then you had the installment payments, and then da 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 da. So this includes everything in there. It's now gone up to $620, which is a no-brainer. I sold them for $1,150 with lights, camera, action, and everything. So it's really, really good. Here's a couple of new things. I love, 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 okay? New timers, which are already set indoor, outdoor, no more guessing at it, and they are ready to go out there. That is really, really good. And guess what, guys? We have something that is phenomenal. It is a 5-year warranty on everything that we get. Timers, new towers, everything with the exception of the lights. But our LED lights have 50,000 hours on there. That's huge. The LED lights, that's huge. That's going to last you, multiply it, 9 years. Okay? Huge. So it's really, really good. The new demo. Okay, now us people with the little Volkswagens and little cars, and I remember taking my first garden around in my little Volkswagen. You have a tabletop demo now that you can take special rods out, make it a tabletop, literally set it on the tabletop. It is just absolutely beautiful. So huge, huge, huge for us that go out and do many health fairs and things like that. Best thing is yet to come. We doubled in commission, or not commissions, in profits, the retail profit. It was at $55. It's now at $155, and the new ones are $167. Huge, huge, huge about growing in our prices. So we do a lot with Tower Gardens. We do a lot of helping them out, teaching them to grow. So this is really, the company is paying us for our time, and it's really, really huge. I love, love, love it. So who can we get out and go for? Now's the time. It's Christmas time. And what a beautiful gift to be able to grow salad, herbs, juice, whatever you want to grow. So I love, love, love where the company's gone. And, you know, you all know me. I love planting the seed of health and hope.
And you're just leading when I mentioned Mona's name to Steve Williams, who's in charge of all things Tower Garden. He goes, well, she is the woman out there, feet on the ground. So we have an expert in our midst. So thank you, Mona. And I just want to mention too that right now, as the Tower Garden is introduced at November the 1st, it will be introduced, the Tower Garden Home. They're going to give us the 2020 pricing, the retail sales pricing on that, which is 160. I don't have my glasses on. I think it's like 167. They're going to give us that retail sales price profit back in November and December. It's really not, it's set to go at 2020 pricing. So we're going to get some of that extra little benefit here in November and December. So if you know of people looking for a great gift idea, they've been wanting it, now is the time to do it. So thank you, Mona, for sharing on all things Tower Garden. And then I want to move over to Wanda Terrell, Dr. Wanda Terrell, who attended the Nutraceutical Conference, and we heard that this was one of the best. We just kept hearing over and over again how powerful the Nutraceutical Conference was. And really, our products are what draws us all here. Tower Gardens, Juice Plus, now Omega, so many things. So welcome, Dr. Terrell, and thank you for coming to share about the Nutraceutical Conference.
Thanks, Sharon. I'm happy to share a little bit. First, I want to say that in the past, the Nutraceutical Conference was for health professionals. Now anybody can attend. And I think that it's beneficial for anybody to attend. Carol Bastian mentioned at our wrap up that she got a lot out of it. And that's not the line of work that she's in right now. For people who are health professionals, you do get continuing education credits. So that's a benefit. And that's actually what drew me to come to my first conference. I was kind of bribed by the continuing medical education credits. And boy, did I get a surprise with what else was available in the Juice Plus conference. So this was a very good meeting. It gets better and better every year. And there were 5 speakers. I'm going to go briefly on what was talked about. I will mention that my grocery shopping has changed based on this conference. There were things that I would buy sometimes, but now I'm buying them all the time. And I think you'll see what that is as I go through it. So the first talk, the power of plants, how fruit and vegetables work as nutraceuticals and supplements. He talked about oxidative stress, which we talk about a lot as we share Juice Plus. He talked about concepts and the model of chronic disease. He said that we have a pre-disease state that is, we start out normal where we don't have any disease. Then we, because of environment or diet or whatever, go into a pre-disease state and then a disease state. But that this can be reversed by eating well. Both the disease state and the pre-disease state can be reversed by eating well, and that's a plant-based diet. He also mentioned that oxidative stress is not all bad, and we've heard that from speakers like Dr. David Phillips, because when our bodies are injured, oxidative stress is what allows things to go in there, cells to go in there to treat that injury with that positive aspect of inflammation. So this also happens with plants. When plants are wounded, they have a response to that injury. They produce chemicals through that oxidation to protect themselves. And what the plants do to protect themselves with more antioxidants benefits us when we eat the plants. So he talked about a study in carrots showing that there is an increase in antioxidant activity with wounding. And wounding of the carrot is cutting the carrot or slicing the carrot or shredding the carrot. And what he showed in his research was that there was more antioxidant activity in a shredded carrot over a chopped carrot, over a sliced carrot,
Wow.
a whole carrot. So I think I'm going to be shredding from now on to get the highest antioxidant. And the results are pretty fascinating with what he was showing. So his final points were we need to revisit the role of food as medicine, that they need to standardize the research on plants and nutraceuticals so that we can compare apples to apples, that plant bioactives may have multiple effects in the prevention and treatment of disease, And the content of plant bioactives may be enhanced by simple stresses, and that's like cutting or chopping or shredding the carrot. So one of the other things that he didn't talk about a whole lot, but changed my shopping habits, he said that pecans have an effect, a preventive effect on cancer and obesity. So guess what? I went to the store yesterday. Will be eating pecans every day. So the second talk was the effect of flavonoid-rich foods on cognitive function and mood in healthy children, young adults, and older adults. She mentioned that flavonoids are found in all fruits and vegetables, but her research focused on the anthocyanins in berries, specifically blueberries. And she presented a lot of data, but the bottom line was that across the board in those studies, the intake of blueberries had a positive effect on memory and executive function. And she did these studies in children initially, and she expanded it to young adults. And she has done some studies in older people also, but it's a little more difficult to do it in older people. But there also is a decrease in depressive symptoms with consumption of blueberries. So guess what I bought yesterday? Blueberries. So the third talk was Dr. Furman, who was kind of like a revival preacher. And he had a lot of ameners in the audience. He was very fiery, very passionate about what he was talking about. His talk was Advances in Nutritional Science to Prevent and Reverse Disease. A couple of take homes that I got from him where he mentioned foods for optimal health, and he called them G-BOMBs, GBOMBS, which stands for greens, beans, onions, mushrooms, berries, and seeds, and grains fall into that seed category. And he presented a lot of data on how beneficial these kinds of foods can be. And he did some specific talks about the benefit in decreasing diabetes and the risk of obesity. So he left us with 3 irrefutable facts. First was vegetables, beans, seeds, nuts, and fruits are good for you. The second was excessive amounts of animal products cause disease. And the third was refined carbohydrates cause disease and lead to overweight and obesity. And I don't think that was a surprise to anybody in the audience because we talk about that all the time. The fourth talk was the study from the University of Memphis on the gut microbiome. And this one was particularly fascinating to me because I find it incredible that the number of genes in the gut microbiome, that's the bacteria that are in our gut, are more genes than what we have in the human body. And that's kind of mind-boggling to me. But the bottom line of what she talked about, because she presented a lot of data, and I don't think all of her studies are complete, was that what we eat can be prebiotic. That is, it can have a positive effect on the gut microbiome and change it in a way that's helpful to our bodies. She talked about effects on the microbiome and that the microbiome regulates our metabolism. It affects our immune response. It maintains the integrity of the gut. And she went into a little detail about the leaky gut syndrome, which is a really big problem right now. It's very difficult to diagnose and treat, but the gut microbiome actually maintains the integrity of that mucus lining in our gut that keeps things from leaking through. And that it protects the body against invasion by pathogens, so it actually can prevent some infectious diseases. So if we feed our gut microbiome healthy things, lots of plants, our whole body will benefit. The last talk was cardiometabolic risk in youth with obesity. And this was a presentation on the study that we have had for years, the Nemours trial that looked at the effect of Juice Plus in young boys. And we know that it showed a decrease in insulin resistance and decrease in abdominal fat. But he said that all of his findings weren't presented in that talk because in that study because the regulatory board did not think some of his findings were sexy enough to present in that paper. So he has done more extensive research that has expanded on how effective fruits and vegetables can be in decreasing insulin resistance. And I think he's got another paper that will be coming out because he's continuing that research. So those were the 5 talks. It's an awesome opportunity, and you get free breakfast. It's a really good breakfast. And it's always at the time of the fall conference on the Thursday morning. And it's goes from like 7:30 till 1 o'clock. So I love going to Nutraceutical Conference, even though I hate getting up that early in the morning, getting up and having to be someplace that early in the morning. But it's really worthwhile, and I'm glad they brought it back. So I encourage anybody who has an interest and has the time to check it out in Indianapolis in October of next year.
Thank you, Dr. Terrell. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Now, are you guys glad you take Juice Plus and you're a part of this Juice Plus community? The education, I was trying to share that with somebody today, the ongoing education that we get to reinforce what we're doing in our belief is like second to none. And just think about that. So Wanda, thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Blueberries, pecans, shred your carrots, get the beans, onions, mushroom, berries, and seeds. Okay, we got that. That's a take-home piece. So we're going to switch from product conversation to a little bit of business conversation and just remind ourselves as we want to finish strong for 2019. And I've asked BJ to come in and just share briefly on our 5-1 incentive and remind us that that is ongoing and a really good place to be right now. So welcome, BJ.
Well, thank you. For those of you that may not know me, I'm BJ Crabtree. I'm a National Marketing Director here in St. Louis, Missouri. I've been on this journey for going on 27 years, so I'm just thrilled to be here this evening and see all your beautiful smiling faces. So I know we all remember that the company gave us an incentive of the 5-1. How many of you remember that? This started back in September the 1st through December the 1st. So I just want to refresh your memory on that, and I encourage you to really fall into this 5-1 program because it's just going to give you stability and growth and growing into this new incentive that we're going to be just have a pleasure of having in 2020. So the fall into 1 or the 5-1 is you have 5 preferred customers a month and 1 new representative with a customer as well. Now there are some restrictions, and it has to be a brand new customer or a customer maybe that you had over 2 years ago can be qualified as a new customer, and a new representative can be if they were in the business 2 years ago and decided to sign back up, that would count. So go into your office. I was going to show it, but I know I don't want to go over in time. So it is available. It was also posted in our Mission Possible Facebook page, and it's also been in our Boxer. So 5-1. And that incentive is if you do the 5-1, maybe you did it last month, you would have received $100. And if you do it again this month, then you would get $200. And I want to share with you, your Mission Possible NMD partners decided that this was originally just for sales coordinators and above. And we just wanted to enhance the incentive and include our virtual franchisees. So you are included in this, but there's a little difference to it that your NMD partners, if you get 5 preferred customers in the month and they qualify within the parameters, you will get a $50 gift from your NMD partner. And if you do the 1 representative with an order, then that NMD partner, it's their choice, right? Sharon, to honor what the company is, match what the company is doing. But we will give you a if you get your 5 preferred customers and you're a VF, your NMD partner will gift you with an additional $50. That's for VFs, okay? Did I say that correctly? Okay, all right. And so another thing that was very strong with Jay Martin, our president, in talking is about Juice Plus and our partners and our healthy giving plans. And oh my goodness, it just touched every heart that was in the room. And, you know, our company really has a huge heart. And we have partnered with a variety of organizations, and they are focusing on global health. I'm going to read this. So the most powerful way to make a difference in the world is through giving back. As a mission-minded organization, which we are, we not only want to inspire healthy living, but we also want to contribute to life-changing non-for-profit programs and initiatives that help support a well-balanced lifestyle. So we have partnered with 4 other organizations, and one of those is Volunteers of America, the Boys Club of America, and the St. Jude's Research Hospital, and also the Children's Hunger Fund. The Children's Hunger Fund was at the conference, and they gave us a challenge. They are giving over 300 million meals to children that, you know, are starving or hungry and they're not receiving foods. And they were there in Austin, and they challenged us as an organization to help fill 2,000 boxes of food there at the conference. And they opened it up to all of the representatives that wanted to participate to get in line. And the challenge was that we were to do 2,000 boxes. How many of you know that we completed that 2,000 or more? We actually could fill more. And they were lined up. It was so exciting. Everybody was just so excited. How many of you participated in that? Can you raise your hand? So you help feed the children and the families in Austin. Congratulations for that. But wasn't that just so exciting to know that you could participate and be a part of that? And so, as Jay Martin said, hunger drives away hope. So we were giving hope and bringing health and happiness to that child or to that family and participating. And our other program that we're partners with is St. Jude's, and I know several of you are participating, but I've asked Carol Bastian to come on and just share her why and what participating in the St. Jude's Marathon has done for her. Carol?
Well, thank you. So about 10 years, well, it has been 10 years ago. This is my 10th anniversary. I decided to sign up for the St. Jude Memphis Marathon. And I've always had this goal or bucket list of doing a marathon. I'm not sure why, 26 miles plus on that. But when I went to conference and, Juice Plus is the main corporate sponsor for this race, I just felt like it was something as part of the Juice Plus community that I wanted to go and experience for myself. So signed up for it 10 years ago. And also the reason I did it too, there was a local young man that was 8 years old going through chemotherapy and radiation and was a patient at St. Jude. So it just all made it a little more personal for me too. And so there's lots of ways you can participate. I did the full marathon the first year, and but that was something that I wanted to do. But you can do a full marathon, you can participate in a half, you can do a 10K, which my sister and I are doing this year. You can do a 5K, you can do a 1 mile fun run for the kids. And there's also a kids marathon. So there's lots of ways you can participate. And also, you can also be a cheerleader, and you get these cute little bells, and you can ring them by and stand next on the streets. And let me tell you, as a participant, it means a lot, especially when you're on a stretch of road where you're maybe by yourself and there's these people out there cheering you on. And then I was on the flip side of that the year that I wasn't able to participate, but I went with my sister, Donna, and she said she kept thinking, where is Carol at? And then down the street, she said, I thought, who is that crazy person standing there ringing those bells? Well, that was me. I was the crazy person. So there's just a lot of ways that you can participate. And last year was the first year they did a corporate division. And guess who was #1? That was Juice Plus. So we've got to defend our title this year. So other ways that you can participate is making a donation to maybe some of the Mission Possible runners that are in it, or just making a donation to St. Jude in the Juice Plus team name. And, you know, it's just been our goal for St. Jude this year. Their goal is $12.3 million. And also another thing is that when you go, I recommend that you take the tour of St. Jude Hospital, because it is an amazing. You hear how wonderful this hospital is, but until you go and see what they do, so many details and things that they do for all of these kids. So I was thinking there, one thing I do want to say too is the Juice Plus company, like, you know, they just always go all out for us. They have a Friday night reception for the Juice Plus team with food and drinks and fun stuff, t-shirts and all kinds of little giveaways. And then on the day of the race at AutoZone, they rent a suite there and also have food and drinks for us before and after the race. So it is done, I mean, to perfect. I mean, they go all out for us, and you would expect that. And it's important though, if you do want to participate in the race, it opens up in May for registration. And if you don't get in within the first the first month or so, it will be sold out. So that's a great thing. And this used to not happen. So I just hope that you guys take advantage of what we have to offer within our company and participate some way. So that's all I've got to say.
Thank you, Carol. And we want to support our team members. I'm just wondering, is there anybody else that's on the call tonight that's participating in the marathon this year? Dave and I have a couple of years. It's the easiest fundraiser we ever did. So we know that Carol and Donna, and if there's anybody else that you know on your team that's participating, let us know so we can get that list out to everybody. And we can really, as a team, Mission Possible team, help support our team members. Just really be heroes. There's a number you hit, and you're called the St. Jude hero. And so we want to do that for those participating. And I can amen every single thing Carol said about that experience. So thank you so much for sharing. I know we're a few minutes over our time, but I have 2 quick little reminders for you. Tomorrow night, there is a special called Zoom for all sales coordinators and above. You're invited to, as we continue to cast vision for our 2020 compensation plan and numbers and verbiage and understanding, you're invited to come on along as we continue to work together. And then next Monday night, we have a special speaker. I'm so excited that Senior Sales Coordinator Holly Pickrell will be with us. She is one ball of fire and energy from Kentucky. She's a mom. She's a retired school teacher. And she has great, she's going to be sharing about how she's built a massive customer base with trust. You know, trust is a big thing in our business, and she speaks well to that. So be sure to be on and invite your team members to come on. And I just want to give you guys a big congratulations. You know, we hit a really good number of people on our call tonight, and it says a lot as we continue to grow that we come together every single Monday night. I was going to read to you a little excerpt from the the places that you will go, but I will save that for another night. We get a little extra time. But just remember that people are waiting, and we don't want to be the people who are waiting for the bus to come and the snow to fall. We want to be out there shining the light for health and hope. So you guys go out there and have a super week, and we will talk to you soon. Thank you, everybody, for being here, and thank you for everyone who shared.
Great call. Thank you so much.
Good.
Wow.
Really good. I'm glad it was recorded.
Wow.
Good night.
Thank you.
Good night.
everybody.
Bye.
Awesome. Good job.